We're now going to talk about tips on goal setting. One of the crucial points is that you must begin with the end in mind. So it's absolutely essential that you should decide actually what do you want to achieve with this exercise program. And once you've decided on that, only then will it be possible for you to achieve that goal. Another very helpful point that we tell athletes is that we take them to the end of their lives and we ask them to look backwards and to say, did we do everything in our power to do what we wanted to achieve? So you need to decide how important are these goals to you, particularly when you look back in 30 years' time and say, did I give it my best shot? And did I achieve what was really important? So through this program, you're going to learn things about yourself which are going to make you a much better person and a more successful person. And so it's very important that you should make this a success and realize why it is important for you to be successful. Now, although we talk about long-term goals, in fact, that's not really helpful. You've got to have very short-term goals. When I went with Lewis Pugh to the North Pole, where he swam 1 kilometer, it was so demanding, swimming in such cold water, that we gave him goals that were only 100 meters at a time. So although he was swimming a full kilometer, in fact, he had a goal to reach 100 meters. And at each 100 meters, we would have a flag which would remind him of why he was there and what he was doing. And in a sense, that's what you also need in your program. You need a stake in the ground, which you're going to reach every few days or weeks. And that will tell you and remind you why you're there and what you want to achieve. So my advice is that when you start, you should set aside a part of each day that you want to be physically active. And that time is absolutely sacrosanct. Nothing can compete with that time. So I would suggest that in that hour, you are physically active for about 30 minutes, and the other 30 minutes is for preparation and for cleaning up after you've done your exercise. So I would suggest that perhaps you start with 3 days a week of exercise in which you're aiming to do 30 minutes. And ultimately, as you become fitter and you begin to enjoy the activity even more, you might consider doing 5 days a week. But the key points are that you must have a long-term goal, you must have intermediate goals, and you must make the time in the day when you want to be active completely sacrosanct. It can only be time for exercise, and there may be nothing else during that time in your diary.